Hi guys, so I wanted to spend a little time talking about one of my favorite games of all time, Doom Eternal, as well as some of the mechanics that make it so much fun to play. Just a heads up, this game is quite violent, so be warned that there's going to be quite a bit of gore on screen. So first thing I want to talk about is movement. So the first thing I want to talk about is just the basic movement that you can do. You have, of course, walking around, you have jumping, you have a double jump, like mid-air double jump, and you have 2 dashes that refill. So right at the start of this map here, I want to show you, this is kind of the intended way that you're supposed to jump across there. You just jump across, dash, jump again. But I want to show you here is something called a Ballista Boost. The Ballista basically is just a weapon that causes backwards knockback, essentially. So what happens if you turn around 180 degrees from where you're wanting to go, you can jump up in the air and it'll shoot you forwards, and you can turn around, and that's what you saw back there. So I'm just rolling through here. I want to open up this door, and it leads to one of the tougher enemies. Now what I want to focus here on, more so than just the combat, is the movement. You can see I'm kind of just standing still, and as soon as I do that, I kind of stay in that one spot for a little too long. And as soon as I do that, you can see he dashes forward at me and does some damage to me and shoots me with his shotgun. I take him out for that afterwards. But yeah. So up here is another section where you've got some monkey bars down there, and you got a huge gap. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to jump off, and then you dash. After a double jump, you swing to the monkey bars and dash again and land on the platform. Now that worked, but it's pretty boring. So now I want to show you, if you do a ballista jump there, you can fly super far, and this all while staying midair. You can see I meat hook with my shotgun into that guy down there, and I skip that entire thing, and I don't even touch the ground. So now we're on to a little bit of an arena, just a little bit afterwards. What you notice is right at the start here, I'm just shooting and killing the demons like normal. But right about now is when I decide, hey, I kind of want to show off the movement in this game and how important it is. So this is kind of the big thing I wanted to talk about for this video, is how important movement is. Now, it's been, since the start of this fight, I started a timer, and you'll see in a little bit. I'm basically just flying around, and I'm not shooting anyone, I'm not destroying anything, I'm not firing any explosions, not doing any damage until right about here. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I have taken no damage so far in this fight. Until finally I take out the big Archvile, is what he's called. Basically, he buffs all of the demons. He makes them go about 50% faster and deal 50% more damage. So I want to just run around and take no damage and show you how important it is to keep movement. And right here, as you can see, this is the first time I've taken damage in almost an entire minute. Just from moving around. And you can see once I start standing still, the second that I stop moving is when I take a whole bunch of damage, and I drop down to just a little bit of life. So as you can see, I'm just finishing up this arena, and as you can see, it's like the last couple enemies, and I pull off a quick collateral headshot there with the 2 zombies. And I want to show you again here. This is a timed fight. There's like 4 or 5 demons that are all really powerful. One of them is one of the bosses from earlier in the game. It normally takes 5 minutes or something to fight, and you're given like 30 seconds, and you have to fight 2 other big demons as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm basically I'm avoiding the combat because I want to show you how important it is to keep moving. Again, it's kind of a theme for this game and for this video as well. But as you can see, I've just been rolling around them in non-stop movement, and they can barely touch me until I stand still. And as soon as I stand still, then I take a whole bunch of damage. So since I didn't kill the demons, I go back and I want to try it again. But this time, I'm like, all right, I want to try it, and I want to move around a lot, and I want to see if I can do it in time. So I do exactly that. I take out both the smaller demons, and I take out the big boss demon. He's called the Doom Hunter. I almost get killed right here, down to just a little bit of health, but I clutch it out at the end. Now you see I've got 15 seconds to take care of one of the boss enemies. It normally takes several minutes. But later on in the game, at this point, you're a little bit more powerful, as you can take it down a lot quicker. As you can see, I finished up with about 3 seconds to spare. Now, building off of this, right after I got done with this, I wanted to show movement. I wanted to get to across this big platform here, as you can see across the chasm. And it takes about 10 seconds to get across just from jumping around and all that. And now you can see I try to use dashing, and I want to just use double jumps and dashes to get across, but I can't quite get across. You just don't quite get far enough. The only way you could do that is just mantle up. But now I want to show you doing the same thing but with ballista boosting. And I timed it here to get all the way across, and I took like a 2-second break, and then I ballista boost across again, and that entire thing took 7 seconds. And that's just, again, to show you the advanced movement that Doom Eternal lets you do. With ballista boosting, you can jump across an entire chasm in over half, or less than half the time that it takes to just jump across it normally. So that's just some of the advanced movement techniques that I kind of wanted to show you. So that about wraps it up. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it if you stuck with me for these last 6 or so minutes. And yeah, thanks for watching. This has been talking about movement and Doom Eternal, which is, again, one of my favorite games of all time. So yeah, this is for my video game analysis class for OSU Marion, and I hope you enjoyed.